The most exciting programs of them all. We've got super shows all lined up. We've got superstars all signed up, and they'll all appear on ABC this fall.
The sharpest lines in print or view are on Mike Wallace interview. He often goes the famous to rebel. Nothing going
They are not what they claim to be. They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military.
At 15 seconds, guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hello citizens of the world. We are anonymous. At this stage in our evolution our movement is growing. We want to make it known to all, and invite you to add your voice to ours. We are not an international movement of hackers. This was our base, certainly, but our movement has evolved. We share the desire for freedom and will defend that freedom from those who wish to destroy it through secret agendas and covert operations. Hackers are our leverage because in this society led by the virtual, they have absolute power to do and undo everything. But the people have nothing to fear from them, as they are you. We represent the people of the land dissatisfied and active, who take things into our own hands. We are the collective mindset of our generation. We are the drops of water that make up the oceans. Everyone can take the identity of anonymous and act in your own way. Talk, inquire, speak out and express yourself. You are the voice of the people, because you are the people. The more we grow, the more noise we make. The more we are united together, the more the medium will relay our information positively. Our voices will be heard far and wide. It is by making noise, everywhere at the same time, that governments can no longer ignore us. We are everyone and we are no one. We are the labor of society from which corporations get their fuel. Governments make money because corporations pay taxes. Corporations pay taxes because you make money. You pay taxes to the government because you make the same money. Corporations pay the government less tax than you do. And if you don't pay your taxes, the IRS will come and take your home and freeze your bank accounts until the debt is owed. Many corporations use offshore tax havens to avoid paying their share in taxes. Lobbyists are bribed with stock options and bought off by big corporations, and the cycle continues. Day after day, month after month, year after year. All the while the rich get richer and we the people sink below the poverty line. We become desperate and dependent on government handouts which more taxpayers end up paying for. The cycle continues. If corporations are to be treated as people, then corporations should pay for that right. Governments want you dependent on them so they can control you. They give you an allowance and expect it to last the whole month while the elite spends the same amount on one meal. The gap between the rich and poor has never been further apart. Sadly, once the economy collapses, even the $15 minimum wage won't be enough to cover the hyperinflation caused by the next big crash. We are not a secret network. All information and actions by Anonymous are easily accessible. Just type Anonymous anywhere on the internet. This is the first time in history that a non-violent movement, united and of such magnitude, takes shape on the planet. We do not want to terrorize the population. We are the population. We are doctors, artists, teachers, cashiers, students, and the unemployed. We are human beings who are aware of the corruption in our world and will not stop our fight until the wrong things are right again. Uninformed media try to stigmatize us, to recognize us as a terrorist movement or mass manipulation. Instead, we denounce these movements. We are not violent. We the people not threatened. We are not necessarily marginalized youth, anarchists and rebels. We are also parents, business owners, employees, and the unemployed. We are the people. We express the generalized reasoning of society. We want to make you aware of the real problems, away from those conveyed by the mass media. We know that changing the world is possible. This is our goal. You watching this video right now is proof of that goal. We cannot forgive governments. We accuse them of crimes against humanity, war crimes, mass poisoning of populations, associations of criminals, and demand justice. We are against the 1% that govern the world, such as the Bilderberg Group, the Rothschilds, or anyone who promotes the New World Order or the Illuminati. We are against the principle of a handful of powerful elite who govern all the people of Earth, according to its own economic interests and total disregard of the respect of the human condition, freedom, nature and the planet. We are the 99%. We are Legion. We demand a real democracy, a power given to the people. We are against this consumer society where products no longer need to prove they are good, but they are less carcinogenic as possible. We wish a return to simple, natural products. We are against genetically modified organisms which already kill a whole part of our ecosystem. We are against the savage destruction of the Amazon rainforest, as its ecosystem is necessary in the removal of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. We are against solar radiation management and geoengineering of our skies that block sunlight and cause drought in some areas and flash flooding in others. We denounce the failure of the Kyoto Protocol. We demand that environmental measures are taken. We need to allow the planet to respond on its own and not be chemically nucleated by spraying toxic reflective particles into the atmosphere by well-funded scientists and out-of-work pilots who, at best, have a don't ask, don't tell policy when it comes to their criminal actions. We refuse to allow our Earth to rot by the lobbying of major brands for the wealth of some. We denounce Operation Jane Held and the rise of the police state. To those involved, govern yourselves accordingly. Anonymous is determined to make noise to raise awareness on these and other important issues all over our world. Anonymous would like to thank you, the one watching this video right now. We do this for you, whether you agree with the message or not. We fight for truth. We fight for freedom of the oppressed, but mainly we fight for all of you. Those of you who are sick and tired of corrupt governments, greedy banksters and wicked politicians, this video goes out to you. Voice your concerns on social media and get the word out. The dialogue created from it will begin to start change in the system. As more people become aware of the corruption and lies of our elected officials, mass media and scientific communities, the more they will be named and shamed by Anonymous. We are Anonymous. We are Legion. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.